Today's video, I wanted to talk about ways to find friends while you are homeschooling, or ways to find friends for your children. When you're homeschooling, it's almost a different animal because how do you find kids that your children can relate to, especially if it doesn't seem to be there's anybody around in your neighborhood or your local area who does homeschool? I got some ideas. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. First is co-ops. Look online, type in your hometown, and look up for local co-ops that meet in your area. Lots of them will be co-ops there you're gonna have to pay some kind of an entrance fee because they offer classes or whatever. But there are free groups or free homeschool groups where they meet. If you can't find any co-ops in your specific locality, look outside to your greater state area because there might be something that's connected to a larger city, but they actually meet closer to you. If you aren't finding anything and you're like, yeah, I already did that, fast forward, mama, you better start creating them because I guarantee you're not the only one looking for them. Throw up something on Facebook, put up a blog, say, hey, I am starting a homeschool co-op in this area and these are the ages of my children and this week we're gonna go here or this week we're gonna go there. So check that out. Another idea where we have met lots of good friends is volunteer work. There's a caveat here because a lot of times when you're doing these community events, they happen on a weekend, and if they don't, they happen in the evenings. And frequently adults don't feel comfortable taking their smaller kids or whatever because they don't know if any other kids are going to be there. So they're just doing it by themselves. Meeting adults there and encouraging them, hey, bring your kids around next time. My kids are here and they're doing it, and this is a great chance for them to connect. Another great tip is online communities. Now, I am not suggesting you just release your children out into the online world because, you know, that's kind of a scary place. There are frequently large Facebook groups or other social media groups that get together and talk about their own personal interests. Really big into Minecraft? Are they really big into, I don't know, Harry Potter or whatever? D&D fan? Look up a local group online. Connecting them with their peers who are doing this online on forums like that in a healthy environment is a great way for them to make friends. Obviously, you're going to want to supervise this, especially for your younger children. Savvy teens might be able to handle it, but this is the time when you want your children to practice navigating an online world in the safety of your home where you can have, you know, special blockers. This is how you teach them how to communicate effectively online, how to avoid bullying, how to handle it if it happens. So don't shy away from that possibility. This is a great chance for them to meet and talk with their peers in a healthy manner, and that way they are more confident when they enter into the world as an adult. Look for local events, fairs, musical concerts, sporting events, anything that is happening in your community and where families would typically go, especially like, I know our art museum hosts lots of fun things like this. Look for things that parents are going to be bringing children to and see if you can connect with them while you're waiting in line, while you are listening to something. This is a great chance for your kids to approach and make quick connections with people. And it doesn't have to be like super deep intense, but saying, hey, I like this music. What do you guys like listening to? Or because you automatically have something that brings you together already. You are there participating in an event. That's common ground that you can build on in a conversation. And sometimes you're going to just have a very shallow conversation and then the family goes on and moves on to the next thing because they're doing family things. But that's okay. You're teaching your child communication skills where they are learning how to strike up a conversation. Say, hey, have you done this ride over here? It was so much fun. Would you like to come with me? Or, hey, I went to this concert last week. It was really great. There's another one coming up in a couple of months. What do you think about coming with me? And building those conversation skills where you're talking it out and learning how to navigate. And it sounds corny, like, wow, this is great. But it is a good way of forming new friendships. Sporting groups. Frequently churches host sporting groups where they have their youth, their young children get together and do intramural sports. A lot of times it's free, most of the time it's very cheap, and it's because it's a chance for them to involve themselves in the community. So look up, even if you don't necessarily attend their congregation or church services, They are very happy. I've never had anybody turn us away from participating in any kind of sporting group. Also, homeschool conferences. This is the time, man. Spring homeschool conferences are just now happening where you can register. We have a local big one in Winston-Salem that we are planning on attending. And this is where a lot of my kids have met lots of really good friends in homeschool community because people from the surrounding area have come to participate. Go check and see if there's a homeschool conference coming up in your area and bring your kids, because I guarantee there's going to be children at your homeschool conference. Not only that, it's like an event that my kids look forward to every year because they have lots of children events. And they also have volunteer positions for teens to go and participate, which is also a great work experience for them to use as reference in later life. So check that out. Here are some thoughts to consider. Don't limit yourself by age. My kids have friends that are several years older and several years younger than them, and they feel comfortable sliding between those age groups. That is a very, very healthy thing for children and adults. And that was something that I really loved and enjoyed when we first joined our first homeschool co-op, because we had teens coming in and playing with my little kids and actively engaged and enjoying being with them because they were mature and understood that age is just a number, baby. It doesn't mean anything. And they were able to play with them on a really, interesting level that I don't see typically among children who go to traditional schooling. So take advantage of that. The other one I struggle with, I'm gonna be honest, I am a homebody. I like being at home. I mean, I like going outside, but I like being with my people, which is my children and my husband. Those are my people. It's my core group. I'm very, very happy that way. However, if you are looking for friendships outside of the home, that is when you need to be willing to host events inside your home. Make your home a place where teens are happy to congregate. Make your place available for little mini book group sessions or Lego sessions or Play-Doh sessions or whatever age group that is. Host Valentine's Day parties, host little birthday parties, things where kids can come together and have fun. We frequently did game nights at my house when I was growing up, and I was so grateful for those parents because they were willing to have us come and be in their house until really late at night playing games, just playing board games. And those were some of the lasting friendships that I still have today, you know, despite the fact that they weren't necessarily my best friends in the world, but being in somebody else's home creates an environment where it fosters lifelong friendships. Kids need a space to hang out and snack and be themselves. And if you are that neighborhood house where there's always kids over and they're always having fun, your kids won't feel lonely ever. Be willing to open your doors to those children. To give you an example, we like hosting game nights, book nights. Frequently, we do movie nights outside, especially during this season of COVID. We host a movie night outside in our backyard where we put up a screen and we watch a movie outside with popcorn. And my entire neighborhood knows about it. And frequently, we don't get a whole lot of adults, but we will get all the kids. And they just come, they bring blankets, and they lay down and they watch the movie. And then, you know, I don't have to clean up my house, and it's cheap, easy and free. Finding your homeschool community and finding friends for your children can be rather daunting, especially when you are first starting and you don't really know anybody who is doing it. However, it can be done and you can form it, but you do have to be prepared to put yourself out there, to be a little bit more outside of your comfort zone. But it is possible and you can do it. If you have any additional ideas of places where you have found lasting friendships, and I know I missed several, I can think of like 3 more on the top of my head, please mention them down in the comments and we can build up a repertoire of places where you can find a homeschool community. If this video was at all helpful, like, subscribe, be sure to check out my new Instagram account and say hello, because you know the internet's a scary place and I'd love new friends. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.